Hey everybody, I'm just going to do a quick video on how to use the Canvas apps and how to download them and find them and do all the things you need to do with them. The first thing I did when I wanted to find the Canvas apps is obviously I went to Google, because that's what you do, you know, and I just typed in Canvas app. The first one that came up was the student app, and because that's the most popular one by numbers, so I went ahead and I clicked in on that because I wasn't sure what the deal was. And that's where I saw that, and I read through. I have an Apple, by the way, so everything I say is going to be based on Apple, but the same principles apply with whether it's Google or Android or whatever phone you have. What does it do for me? Oh, cool. It gives me access to my favorite courses, and very cool. It's tiled. It's really easy to find things. That's good. And then I looked at the navigation. I thought, well, that looks pretty straightforward. I'm going to like that. I looked at, oh, look at that. They have grading right in the phone. That's pretty cool. I can see my to-do list. I can communicate across my groups, and I can see assignment details if I'm a student. So that's wicked cool. Let's look at the feature list. We can view assignments. We can keep track of coursework, post a discussion, send and receive messages, watch videos, take quizzes, and receive push notifications, which is super important as a student, right? And then I went ahead and looked down and scrolled down to the bottom, and I said, wait a minute, hold on, what's this one? This is a parent one. I probably don't need that since I'm an adult learner. But as a teacher, I'm very intrigued by this teacher edition. So when I click into the teacher edition, I get a very similar preview. It shows me all the same things. 4.6 on the teacher edition, still not bad. I can do all the same things, access my courses, browse assignments, modify assignments. Modifying assignments. Wait, what's that? I can modify my assignments? So now when you're out on that dinner with your mate on Saturday night and you realize that, oh my god, I didn't give them all the information they needed for their assignment, you can quickly excuse yourself and go and modify your assignment details for the students. And that way they can carry on with their work. If you're really bored with dinner, you can go ahead and browse student submissions and start grading assignments too, but I think that would probably damage the relationship beyond repair. I still wasn't all that clear about what I was doing, so I went back to Dr. Google to see what else I could learn. And I scrolled down, and I saw this Canvas apps, Canvas 101 in 10 minutes, and I thought to myself, oh my goodness. That sounds like exactly what I need. And sure enough, when I went there, everything became clear. Canvas has it all, man. They do it right. So they gave me a link to the iTunes store. They gave me the Canvas guide for the app. And then they did the same thing with the students, as for the teachers, as for the parents. Oh, by the way, they gave it to us in iTunes as well as Google Play. So you can't really, there's just no way to miss it. So when I go to the teacher version, I go to the App Store. And of course, it's only available on iPhone and iPad. So you won't be able to you don't need to download the app on your computer, right? But what I did like was that I could go to the Canvas guides. Everything's in the guides, man. And here's my student iOS table of contents. If I go back to this page, I can get the teacher one as well. And this really lays it all out. It gives you general information, it gives you app settings, gives you features, gives you course features, and then if you're an admin, there's a couple of admin features. They're very small. But look at the detail in the list of questions. You want to know how to download it? Click this button. It gives you step-by-step instructions. Right? You go to the App Store, you click on search, with pictures for those of us that need visual aids. Right? So it's really pretty hard to not understand how to get it. And then, of course, when you want to learn how to use it, you can do the same thing. Well, how do I get help with the teacher app? And click on the question, and sure enough, it'll give you step by step with pictures yet again. So that's huge. However, it's not 100% helpful if you're a visual learner or a kinesthetic learner and you want to learn by doing. So what I went ahead and did was let me stop sharing here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to actually show you the app. So this is my iPhone. I'm on an iPhone 7, by the way, so a little bit low and slow compared to most people. I'm also a little upside down and backwards, so forgive me if I fumble a bit during this process. Here's my app. That's my wonderful husband in the background there. I look for the apps on my screen. You can see I've got a student app here, but I've also got my teacher app here. I'm going to work with the teachers app just because I'm sending this for teachers first. When I click my app, the first thing I need to do is find my school. What's your school's name? So most people just put Rush University, but it's super important that we put in the Rush University rushuniversity.instructure.com. Right, so you can see I've got rushuniversity.instructure.com, and then I just hit go, and it immediately pulls up our very familiar single sign-on, which is so nice, right? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit or key in my information, type next. And this is all the regular login procedure, so I'm not going to show you every step here. I click sign in, and then lo and behold, there's my app with all my classes. Holy cow. Now what makes this thing so cool is that as I'm going through and looking at my different classes, I can just tap on a class and it'll open up to the class, and I can see all the same things that I see in the regular web page, right? I have my banner, I've got my announcements, my syllabus, my modules, discussions, assignments, anything that shows up on the nav bar on the left is going to show up here. I've got my syllabus. Oh look, there it is. It's all it looks just like it does on the website. That's so handy. If I want to go back, I hit the back button. If I want to look at the modules, I can click onto modules, and it lists all of the modules. And of course, as a teacher, it shows me whether it's been published, and it'll show me any modules that I have, not just the published modules. Right? Along the bottom, it also shows you, again, your course list if you want to go back to your course list. It also shows you, if you tap on the middle, it shows you what you've got to do. And it looks like I've got a whole lot of papers to grade and things that need grading here. And it's just really nice because it tells you what you need to do. I need more people in my life telling me what to do, right? And if I had any messages, they would show up on the app right down there, along with that red number, so that I would be sure to get it. I can also see unread messages, starred messages, sent messages, and any archived messages that I might have. I want to get back. Oh my God, I'm lost. Don't worry, just hit the 3 buttons and you can go back to where you want to go. You can go back to files, you can go back to your studio, you can go back to settings, right? You can, and if at any time you want to go back to your course list, just hit courses here. It'll bring you back to the last place you were, and then of course your whole course list is back at the beginning, right? So again, you've got the 3 vertical lines will always get you back to this navigation menu bar. You can remove those color overlays. Remember the color overlays that we saw in the boot camps? You can remove those. You can set your settings. So if you want to set your notifications, your push notifications, your SMS, your text message notifications. I'll be honest with you, once you have the app, there's absolutely no reason to have text messages and email, and I mean there is such a thing as overkill when it comes to messaging and notifications. So because I have the app, I do not have notifications forwarded to my text messages anymore. I don't even have them sent to my email anymore because I've got the app. If I want to look at something quickly, I would just look at it on the app, and then if I need to deal with it, I'd go to my laptop when I need to. The app allows me to cut down on my email traffic, which is kind of nice. So I definitely recommend. You can change your landing page, right? If you want to. You can look at the legalese if you're keen on that, right? And it'll give you all that information. So, I mean, in a nutshell, if I'm in a class, and again, I'll go to my sample class, and I want to look at assignments, so I just key in on assignments, and it'll give me every week's assignments as well as what's due, what's not due, right? And if I wanted to edit something, I could definitely edit just by clicking that edit button up at the top. And here's where I would edit. I'm not actually going to edit anything because there's nothing wrong, and I don't want to screw up this course. Because I'm upside down and backwards, so it would be really easy. But this allows me to change the points. I can publish it or unpublish it. I can assign it to different people. I can change the due date if I want to, right? I can make it available from and available to, and then I would just click done and it would save it. In this case, I'm going to cancel it though because I don't want to save something incorrectly. If I wanted to navigate through a module, I could do that. Right, and here's my and let's just pick a place to start. And here again, it's just as simple as going forward and back, just like in Canvas itself, it automatically navigates you to the next page, to the next page, to the next page. The one thing you can't do in the modules, you'll notice there's no edit button anywhere. And that is unfortunate. Right now, there's no ability to rearrange or edit anything in the app itself. I think, you know, given the size and whatnot, it's better to do that in the class. People have different preferences. I've seen some chatter in the forums, and people do want to be able to mess with their modules in the app. I myself am not a fan, but at least it's available to you should you want to make, should you have questions, or should the students have questions. So different things are going to have different editing capabilities. Like, you can edit the syllabus. It's up here on the right hand side. So that's good. You can edit the syllabus. You can edit the discussions. You can add a discussion. So what if you're on the fly? Just imagine you're out, again, let's use you're out to dinner, and you have somebody's choking at the next table. Prompts you in your mind, you think, oh God, I forgot to add in that question about what to do when people are choking. And so, you know, right away, you can create a discussion saying, hey, this is the situation, what would you do? Or some sort of discussion like that when you're all done. And you can even add attachments, which is slick. When you're done, you would just click done, and it would create the new discussion for the students. And they would see it in their app. And that's really kind of neat. Again, I don't want to actually do that because this is a demo. When it comes to assignments, you can see them, right? And you can grade them, and it looks like you can edit them as well. So that's kind of cool, because if you see something on the fly that you want to edit, you can do it on the app, right? And then you can look at the people in your group, and you can message people within your group, right? There's a little email icon up there. If I notice that I'm out to dinner and I realize I forgot to tell Angela something, I can just go ahead and click on, let me show you that again, because I realized I forgot to tell Angela something. I go to my people tab right here. That pulls up all the people. I find Angela, and then I go ahead and click on that message, and I type out my message, and I go ahead and send it. And that's how you do it. I mean, the student and teacher app both work the same way. They both have really easy features to work with. They're very simple and straightforward. At the end of the day, once you have the app on your phone, there's really no need to use text messages, and it even cuts down on your email traffic. So I'm definitely a fan of the app. I haven't found anything that I haven't been able to do that I needed to do. Okay, if you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to give us a shout at city@rush.edu, ctei@rush.edu, or you can email us at cityhelp@rush.edu if you have specific technical questions that you want addressed. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Take care.